Are you looking for some easy ways to grow your cleaning business? Whether you are just starting out or you've been doing it for 10 years, I'm gonna give you some things, possibly some things you've never thought about, ways to grow your cleaning business right now. No fluff, no BS. Let's get into it. But before we do, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here though, my name is Mike Mak from automatedcleaningbusiness.com, and I help everyday people build automated cleaning businesses without picking up a broom. I'm also the Amazon bestseller, Pick Up Cash, Not Trash, and that is literally your ultimate guide to building a wildly successful cleaning business without getting dirty in the process. Don't know why I'm whispering, but if you'd like to get a copy of that, it's free. Below the video, click the link, just cover the shipping, and it's yours. All right, now that all of that's out of the way, let's get right to those hacks. All right, so I can come on here and give you a bunch of different ways that most people are telling you to grow. Okay, so I'm about to jump into those reasons right now. I got 3 great ones for you, so you're definitely gonna wanna stick around for all 3 of them. But first thing I wanna set this up. What you're not gonna hear in this video is me telling you something like that doesn't make any sense. Like, yo, yeah, just grow more, or just be more aggressive, or just do more. Because to be honest, you're an entrepreneur. You're busy as it is, and it was important to me to make a video like this so you can know that there are simple, actionable steps that you can take to grow your company. So without further ado, let's jump into number 1. Now, the first thing you can do to grow your cleaning company basically overnight is adding services. So right off the top of the bat, you may say, well, what do you mean? Or I know. If you're just a general cleaning service, this is one of the things I did. Was I wanted to make each contract that I had more valuable. So what I did was I started adding services. And I'm not talking about one-off services. I'm talking about the type of services that you build into the contract going forward, which saves them a little bit of money, but also gives you a more valuable contract. So an example of that would be adding glass cleaning services, adding carpet cleaning services, adding power washing services. Now you may be thinking, all right, Mike, well, hold on. You said easy. That doesn't sound easy. Let me tell you something. It is easy. Now, you may be thinking, well, I don't know how to do it, so how is it easy? The way you do it is when you put up your next, let's say you want to add glass cleaning. First thing I would do, and the first thing I actually did, was I went to all my crew members and I was like, who here knows how to do glass? If anybody. No one knew how to do glass. So I'm like, that's fine. So the next applicant, it became most important that this person knew how to do glass. And along with the general cleaning, we would teach you. So what we did was we found a glass cleaning ace. Brought him in. We said, hey, listen, you're gonna be doing a lot of glass here, but you're also gonna have some cleaning accounts. How does that work? How does that sound to you? He was all in. So once we were confident that we had someone good at it, then I started adding glass to our existing contracts. And it took one of our dealerships from 5,500 to 6,500. It took another dealership from, let's say 4,800 to 5,800. I mean, it increased almost $1,000 to $2,000 per month. All of these other contracts because of how much glass is involved. Not to mention some of my properties like where there was much more glass. I mean, it took a 6K deal and turned to an 8K deal because there's glass is a major part of it, and they are already investing in it. So all you're doing is you are just basically saying, hey, instead of calling 2 different companies when you have a cleanliness issue, you just call one company. You call our company, and that covers everything. Add services to your account. If you don't know how to do it, find someone that does, and then you're good to go. Let's get to the next thing. All right, the second thing that you must do, honestly, is you need to leverage tech. Okay, so now I'm the cleaning automation guy, right? So a lot of people think that that's most of what I talk about, automations and like just chat bots. And I believe that most of your automation is going to be through other people, right? You're going to be delegating a lot of these tasks and service. But that being said, even though it's not primarily what I talk about, it is a part of it. Now, there are certain automations that you could be setting up in your business using things like Zapier to kind of forward emails when emails go to you and they're supposed to go somewhere else. There's all types of things that we can do on the back end to just stop these little things from getting in our way. Because like I said, we're an entrepreneur. We got to be focused on growing the business. We got to be focused on hiring the right people. We have to protect our minds. We have to protect the mental space, because if we don't, then we're going to be overrun by simple tasks that honestly you shouldn't be dealing with. Now, you probably may not be at the point of having multiple managers and things like that where you can delegate these tasks. So I'm talking about mainly the people who are just starting out, or even if you've been doing this for 10 years and you're still doing a lot of this stuff yourself, you need to go through, you need to audit all of the things that you do. And I want you to sit there and think to yourself, like, how much of this is like that I'm doing daily can be automated? That's one. Second thing, how much of this here that I'm doing is something like are things that help me grow the business, right? Like an example, adding services to your contract, like the first thing I talked about, that helps you grow your business. Okay, cool, don't automate that. But what if it's something like, you know, how to let your first manager know, your quality supervisor know that it's time to pick up all the microfibers and get them all cleaned and then taken back to the accounts. If you're doing that, you're wasting a lot of mental space, and we have to stop that immediately. Start setting up these automations on the back end to get these little things out of your hair, and you will free up so much time, which may not directly grow your business, but it's definitely going to help you grow your business, and right now. Let's get to the last one. Okay, the next thing is, again, a little bit of a spillover, and that is hire before you're ready. Most people focus on the cleaner aspect of it, and cleaning is important, right? Because we don't want you stuck doing the cleaning. But another thing that's important is freeing your time. You have to free your time up. And one of the best ways to do that is to hire before you're ready. Okay, now there's two types of people you could hire. There's people who directly will influence the sales and your business with marketing, sales, etc. Those are people who directly influence your bottom line. And there's people who indirectly influence your bottom line. Either way is still good because they're both, like I said, influencing your bottom line. Because let's say you hire someone who indirectly does that. An example, someone who indirectly affects your bottom line is somebody who takes stuff off of your plate that doesn't allow you to grow, or it's just keeping you kind of stuck. If you give that to an employee, right? Let's say you hire somebody to be an assistant admin, where they just take a lot of the mental RAM of, they handle the emails during the day, they handle any phone calls during the day, they coordinate quality control checks, they order new supplies. If they're handling all that, guess what? You're free to focus on growth. And then you can do things like add more services. You can do things like be more aggressive with your sales and marketing and get more attention to people. Go to a networking group, go link up with other business owners and figure out how you could be of help to each other. All this stuff is going to lead to more money, more in your bottom line. That's an indirect. A direct would legitimately bringing on somebody who has the sales experience, has the marketing experience, and again, putting them to work immediately to help you do your thing. All right, so like I said, hiring one of these positions, it's going to feel like you're not ready, and the truth is you never will be ready, but it's not risky if you are hiring people for growth. It is never going to be that way. Obviously, you got to have the right systems in place, because if you don't, that could be a hire that may not be right at the moment, but for most people who are pretty dialed in, the name of the game is going to be add some services, add some automations in the background, and also take stuff off of your plate so you can work on the sales. Now, if you're someone who's, maybe you're like, the thing is, I'm not that great at sales and marketing. Okay, you're definitely going to want to fix that, but maybe you hire somebody who is good at that stuff already. Maybe that's your hire, the more direct option, and then you get to focus on the indirect work. Either which way, as long as you're focused on growth, your company will grow, right? That's just law of nature right there. So for people in that position, that's what I would highly recommend, because you're going to get that growth super fast versus waiting and waiting and waiting month after month, year after year, etc., etc. By the way, guys, if you got value from this and you're going to try one of these things, I want you to hit that like button. Toss me a comment. I've been gone for a long time, but I'm back, excited to keep giving you guys the knowledge. All right, so if you are someone in a position where you're just like, hey, this is all good, but I need to go a lot faster than that. I want to grow. I don't want to make any mistakes. Hold my hand, help me, give me the blueprint. Then you're definitely going to click the first link in the description, book a call, talk with my team. Let's see if it's a fit. Let's see if we can actually help you. If we can, we'll show you how that works. If not, you'll at least learn a bunch through the process in that call. For everyone else, be sure hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.